и предмет его страсти.
Awakening to a young Bruce Willis spouting Russian is the first sign you're not in Kansas anymore. But then the ad for Ginzu knives lets you know it's not Oz either. Western influence is far more pronounced here today than under the communists, but capitalism and democracy are still hanging on by their fingernails. Just getting to Moscow is daunting in itself, up to 22 hours by air from Las Vegas. Even in early April, temperatures hovered close to zero most of our visit. Some 400 people froze to death on Moscow streets this winter. While the domes of the historic landmarks still gleam with gold, the vast majority of the population is dirt poor. Driving in this city is motorized Darwinism, complete chaos punctuated by traffic as solid as cold magma. Anyone with money is considered mafia, the generic term for criminals. Many of the newly wealthy made theirs in one of Moscow's 10 or so casinos, which cater to Western tourists, but whose Spartan interiors and barren ads could use a little Las Vegas pizzazz. We were in Moscow to establish ties with military officials concerning secret UFO studies. The Ministry of Defense admitted to us 3 years ago that such studies were a top priority. Hundreds of documents and photos were made available to us. This time, we interviewed the former Soviet Air Minister, the highest-ranking Russian to ever talk about UFOs with a Western journalist. But Moscow was only the first stop. After being busted trying to videotape a near whiteout at the airport, it was a 9-hour stormy jaunt to the end of the earth, Vladivostok, a crime-infested seaport where our hotel's room service menu offered bodyguard service. The sarcastic reference is to our ride on this ancient chariot, through snowstorms and vast emptiness, sometimes at treetop level, to the gritty industrial town of Dalnogorsk, where in 1986, something like the Russian Roswell occurred. Witnesses saw an object crash into this mountain. Scientists have analyzed the strange debris, but don't know what they have. Back on the chopper, back on the plane, and back to Moscow, where the Russians have learned enough to use perky people on their newscasts. And my guess is this guy does their street talk.